Hello, Anand sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Would you
I am
like to
not.
start?
No,
Okay,
no,
okay,
no. We'll
okay,
wait for one more minute.
okay.
We'll start with 6:05. Yeah. Good evening, everyone. Is my screen visible?
Yes, sir, visible. But your voice is not clear.
Okay. Now?
Now better.
Okay. Okay. Good evening, everyone. Okay. Today we are going to discuss about week 3. Okay. So this is the first lecture. So the philosophy of object-oriented programming. Okay. So in this lecture, okay. So we are going to discuss about what is the difference between structured programming and object oriented programming. Okay, so in structured programming, in order to build a complex task or system, okay, first we are
I'm
going to,
sorry, Anand sir, there is some background noise, I think.
okay,
Is it me like who is getting the sound or?
No, everybody is getting the sound like.
Okay, okay, there is some background sound is coming.
now sir.
No, now it's okay. Yeah, yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I switch off the fan. Okay. Okay, so in structured programming, so in order to build a complex task, or if you want to write, if you want to develop a program, okay, it is not like addition of two numbers program or a arithmetic operations program, not like that. So in order to build or in order to write a complex, okay, program, okay, so you should not write entire program in a single function. Okay, so it doesn't make sense if you write, okay, total, okay, for example, in order to complete your task, okay, you need to write 2000 lines of code, for example. Okay, in order to complete your task, you need to write 2000 lines of program. So then you should not write 2000 lines of code in a single, okay, single function. So you should divide, okay, you should divide your complex task into subtasks. Okay, so this subtask is, okay, we are going to divide in the form of procedures. Okay, so here procedure is like same like function. Okay, so in structured programming, first, okay, so design a set of procedures for specific tasks. So here we are going to divide a complex task into subtasks in the form of procedures. Okay, in the form of procedures, and we are going to combine them to build a complex system. Okay, complex system. So here algorithm come first. Okay, so first, okay, you are going to divide, okay, your task in the form of procedures. Okay, in the form of procedures, then combine them to build complex systems. Okay, so after that, in order to operate, okay, in order to operate on the procedures, okay, in order to operate on the procedures, okay, data representation come later. Okay, design the data structures, okay, which are suitable, okay, which are suitable for your procedural manipulations. Means in order to operate on your procedures, okay, what are the, okay, suitable data structures, okay, for your procedures you can build. Okay, based after dividing your task, what are the suitable, okay, data structures for your procedural manipulations you can design later. Okay, so this is structured programming. Okay, So here object oriented program is reverse. Okay, reverse focus. Okay, so first you should identify the data, okay, we want to maintain and manipulate. Okay, that comes first, and algorithms next. Okay, then identify the algorithms to operate on the data. Okay, for example, okay, so for example, so see here. Okay, so for example, see here, an ordered processing system. All of you, I hope all of you aware of this ordered processing system. Okay, so ordered processing system. So here, okay, items, orders, shipping address, payments, okay, accounts. Okay, so these are required. Okay, these are required for your order processing system. Okay, these are required for your order processing system. Nowadays everyone know order processing system. Okay, if you want to order something in either Flipkart or Amazon, we have a lot of okay, online okay, sorry, online applications, no. So in order to purchase clothes or anything, okay, you can also purchase groceries also, no. Okay, so here first we need to identify in object oriented design or programming. First we need to identify the data, okay, we want to maintain and manipulate. After that, identify the algorithms to operate on that data. Okay, so this is the reverse focus of a structured programming. Okay, so in structured programming, algorithms come first. Okay, here we are going to divide your complex task into subtasks first. Later you can combine them to build the complex task. Okay, next data representation comes later. Okay, here you are going to design the data structure which are suitable for your procedural manipulations in the structured programming. Okay, in in object oriented programming, okay, algorithms come later here. Okay, so first you need to identify the data, okay, that you want to maintain and manipulate. Okay, so this is the difference between structured programming and object oriented programming or design. Okay, is it clear for everyone?
Yes, yes.
Okay, so next, designing objects. Okay, so object, what is object? Okay, so object, we have several definitions, like object is blueprint of class. Okay, object is nothing but instance of a class. Okay, like this we have several definitions. Okay, object has two things. First one is a state and second one is behavior. Okay, state we can, okay, so state is where state is the instance variables of your class. Okay, state is the information, okay, in the instance variables. Okay, so and behavior, okay, so behavior is nothing but what methods do we need to operate on the objects. Okay, so here state, okay, represented in the form of instance variables. For example, see here, so this is class employee, no? So this is class employee and these are the instance variables of the employee. Okay, name, salary, and if you want to include employee ID like that, you can include, okay, whatever the instance variables you want to include in the employee, okay, class. Okay, here employee is a class and here name and salary, these two are the, okay, these two are the state of an object. Okay, instance variables. Okay, so these two are the instance variables. Okay, you can represent state of an object using the instance variables of a class. And in order to operate on the state of an object, you can use this setter and getter methods. Okay, so here behavior is nothing but your methods. Okay, behavior is nothing but the methods. Okay, these methods are used to, okay, okay, operate on the object state. Okay, so you can set the name, okay, set the name and you can get the name. Okay, so whenever you create an object, okay, whenever you create an object, so by default values can be set to the name and salary. Okay, for name by default null value will be set, and for double by default 0.0 will be set. Okay, by default whenever you create the object, by default values are for name. Okay, so null value will be set. For salary 0.0 is the default value for double. Okay, after that, after creating the object, you cannot okay, you cannot access the private variables of your class directly outside of the class. Okay, you should use only this setter and getter methods. Okay, so setter methods are called, okay, mutators. Okay, mutators, and getter methods are called accessors. Okay, accessors are used to get, okay, get the date, get the value of the instance variable, and setter method used to update the, okay, instance variable, okay, value in the instance variable. Here set name is there, no, so this is the mutator for name variable, and set salary is there, no, so this is the mutator for salary, and here get name is the accessor, okay, accessor for name variable, and get salary is the, okay, accessor for salary variable. Okay, so we'll come to this class later. Okay, so here designing the objects. So object is nothing but instance of a class or blueprint of a class. Okay, so we have several definitions. Okay, so here every object has the state and behavior. Okay, so state is represented in the form of instance variables. Okay, so behavior is the, your behavior is nothing but what methods do we need to operate on the objects. Okay, in order to change the state of an object, you can use the this accessor and the mutator methods is there, no, so those are behavior of the class. Okay, so here encapsulation. Okay, so here encapsulation is nothing but we should not, okay, change the state, okay, change the state outside directly. Okay, we should use, okay, methods. Okay, we should use methods by using setter methods only. Okay, by using setter methods only we are able to update the, change the state of an object outside. Okay, inside is possible, but outside you should not change, okay, state of an object directly. Instance variables you should not change, you should not set. Okay, okay, you should not change the values of the instance variable outside directly. You should use the mutator methods. Okay, you should use the mutator methods, okay, to change the, okay, values of the instance variables. Okay, okay, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
So just one question, sir.
okay.
So what is the difference between this constructor and setter?
Construct setter and getter method, sorry, setter methods are just these are methods. Constructor is different, no?
Now in setter method, I find you are writing the variable as this dot that equal to, you are setting the name, but same thing we also do in the constructor part, right?
Yeah, by using constructor also you can.
So
You
can I
set-
Yeah,
write?
Anand sir, can I answer this?
yes, sir.
I got his point, I think.
Okay.
See, the constructor could be called only once in a lifetime of an object. That is whenever you are creating your object, right? Am I correct?
Yes.
Only once in a lifetime of the object. And the call is implicit. The call is implicit. You don't have to call it. You create an object, it will be called automatically, right? But whenever you're thinking about a setter, definitely it's basically a mutator, right? You can call it anytime, and the call is explicit, right? The call is explicit. And normally in a constructor, we set the state of all the instance variable at once. Normally we do, right? But setter has to be fixed for each and every instance variable separately, right? So if I want to, for a student, suppose I want to only update the semester, then preferably the setter will be the get option, better option. But if I want to create a students from the beginning, then my constructor will be better option. So normally constructor do the initialization, right? Whereas a setter is for changing a particular instance variable value at any moment of time. Does it make
Okay.
sense? Yeah.
Yes, yes. But I can take it in this way. Ki whatever function that constructor can do, setter also can do, plus something extra that setter give me the flexibility.
Yeah. So normally the updation job could be much better done in a setter. But if you think about the security of the code, like so that like if you forget to call the setter, your object may go wrong, right? But if you have a constructor, you'll be forced to call the constructor always. That's
Exactly.
why your code will be more secure if it is a constructor driven. And initialization, that's why it's better to be done using a constructor, but updation you can do with a setter. So I'll recommend for initialization use a constructor, but updation use a setter.
That means the same variable, instant variable, I can use for initialization inside the constructor, and within the same program, I later for updation
Yeah,
of
you
that
can also
instant
have the, you can
variable,
have a
I
updater. Yes, setter.
use
Yeah.
the setter.
A simple example, suppose
Okay.
you know stack, stack,
Yes, yes.
stack data structure.
Yeah.
Suppose stack data structure, whenever you're initializing, the top must be at -1, right? So if
Hmm.
you do that initialization inside the constructor, anytime you create a stack, it will be at -1. But if you don't do it on a constructor, you do it on a setter, and some point of time you create a stack and forget to call the setter, what will happen? Your stack will not perform properly, right? It will give
Right.
some wrong results. Yeah, that's it.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Anand sir. Please continue. Yeah, please.
Yeah, sure. Thanks. Okay. So this is the simple example for object-oriented programming or design. So here example is order processing system. So if you want to, okay, order, okay, something in online, okay. So here order can be anything. Okay, here order can be anything. You can purchase electronics also, and you can purchase anything. Okay, in online. Okay, so here I here to uh, build okay to write a program for this order processing system. Okay, what is the data? Okay, what is the main data required? Okay, so here items, orders, shipping address, payments, and accounts. Okay, these are the necessary things. Okay, we required, okay, to write, okay, to build, okay, order processing system. Okay, so items, orders, shipping address, payments, and accounts. Okay, next, what happens to these objects? Actually, these all are we treated as a objects. Okay, these are the nouns. Okay, these are the nouns. Okay, so we can treat this as objects. So item object, order object, okay, shipping address is one object, payments is one object, and accounts is one object. So totally 5 objects. Okay, so if you go to the real time, okay, apart from this we can include more. Okay, so we can include more. Okay, so next, here items are added to the orders. Okay, this is one, okay, method, and orders are shipped and cancelled. Okay, here shipping is one method and cancelled is one method. Okay, and payments are accepted and rejected. Okay, so this is one type of methods. Means here these are the, okay, these are the methods we can operate on the objects. Okay, we can operate on the objects. Here we are adding orders to the items. Okay, so here adding orders to the items is one type of, okay, task. Okay, so one type of task. Okay, this is one, adding orders to items, sorry, adding items to orders. Okay, adding items to orders is one method. Okay, next, here orders are shipped and cancelled. Means here we are, okay, shipping the orders and cancelling the orders. Okay, here we are doing two, okay, methods. Okay, we are doing two methods on the, okay, operations on the orders. One is shipping and second one is cancelled. Okay, next, here payments are accepted and rejected. Okay, here we are going to perform two, okay, operations on the payments, that is accepted and rejected. Okay, here all these are nouns. Okay, so these are objects, and verbs are denote as methods. Okay, verbs are denote as methods. Okay, so this is the simple example for object oriented design. Okay, so is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and see here, order is what? Object. Item is also object. No, here we are adding items to the orders. Okay, items are added to the orders. Means one order may contain more than one item. Okay, more than one item. Means here item object, okay, is nested to the order object. Okay, here order object contain multiple item objects. So here item object is nested. Okay, nested to the order object. Okay, this is called aggregation. Okay, this is called aggregation. And here payments is a, okay, object, and accounts is also object. Okay, here payments object is depends on the, okay, accounts object for credit status, whether you have, okay, sufficient, okay, balance in your account to, okay, make the order or not. Okay, so here payment object is, okay, depending on the accounts. So this is called a dependence. Okay, so here we have two things. First one is aggregation, second one is dependency. Okay, so dependence. Okay, so here payments is depending on the accounts object, and here item object is nested to the, okay, orders. Okay, so here items objects are added to the order. Okay, order object. Here one order may contain more than one item. Means order object, okay, contains more than one item object. Okay, based on the, okay, order. Okay, how many items you want to order. Okay, so here this is called aggregation. Okay, one object is nested to another object is called aggregation. Okay, next one object is depending on another object, that is called dependence. Okay, is it clear?
Hello, sir. Can you repeat the aggregation concept?
Yeah, here order is one object, no, and item is another object. Okay, so here item should be added to the order. For example, okay, so how you are going to make the order? First, okay, you are going to add items to your cart, no? Okay,
Okay.
you are going to add items, whatever the items you want to order. Okay, first you need to add items to the cart. Okay, at the last you are going to make the order. Means here your order contain only one item or more than one item.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, your order may contain, okay, one item or more than one item also. Okay, so here item object is nested to the order object. Okay, so here order object may contain, okay, one item or more than one item. Okay, so that is called aggregation. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is clear.
Okay. So this is the slide. So yeah, so already I explained these two things, no? Yeah, so now inheritance. Okay, so can anybody tell the definition of inheritance? We have a lot of definitions. What is inheritance? What is inheritance?
So inheritance is the reusing the functionality from parent class,
Yeah,
like reusing its functionality is a method. For
okay,
example, sir, if there is a employee class and manager class, then we can use the methods of all the employee class to manager class, because some method a manager is more specialized class, so we also budget without writing any code we can use the methods of employee class.
Yeah. So actually, whatever the whatever the instance variables and methods we have in the so manager class, they are already available in the employee class. No, already available in the employee class. So in order to in order to use so whatever the instance variables and methods in the employee class, we can use the concept inheritance. Okay, so here every manager is an employee, but every employee is not a manager. Okay, every employee is not a manager. Okay, here manager is is also an employee. So here manager is specialized version of the employee. Okay, specialized version of the employee. Here whatever the things employee has, same things manager also has. Okay, manager also has same things. Apart from employee, he has some extra functionality. Apart from the normal employee, manager has some extra functionalities. Okay, so in order to define the manager class, manager class, we no need to redefine the functionality which is already available in the employee. Okay, we can reuse the whatever the functionality available in the employee class by using inheritance concept. Okay, and we can also add extra functionality to the manager class. Okay, so inheritance mainly used for the code reusability. Okay, code reusability. Okay, here employee is a class and a manager is a class. Okay, here employee has some functionality and manager has some functionality. Okay, here manager, whatever the functionality employee has, the same functionality is required for the manager also. Apart from the functionality which is in the employee class, some extra functionality should will be there for manager. Okay, so yeah, in order to reduce the rewriting of the code, we can reuse the functionality which is already available in the employee. Okay, we can use the inheritance concept. So by using inheritance concept, we can use we can use the functionality of the existing class. Okay, existing class. Here one object is a specialized version of another. Here for example, manager is a specialized version of the employee. Okay, here employee, so employee is a base and manager is a subclass. Okay, so here subclass has more functionality than the superclass. Okay, than the superclass. Okay, is it clear? See here, the example is express order inherit from order. Okay, what is meaning of this? Actually, normal order you no need to pay extra amount. Okay, you no need to pay extra amount, but for express order, you should pay extra amount. Okay, so see here, extra methods to compute shipping charges and priority handling. Okay, so here express order is also a order. Okay, but here express order needs some extra methods for paying extra shipping charges like that. Okay, so here order is a base class and here express order is a specialized version of this order class. Okay, so whatever the functionality in the order, here express order can use the functionality, whatever the functionality available in the order class, and it will add some extra functionality also. So here we are reducing the rewriting of the code by using the inheritance concept. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so subclasses and inheritance. Okay, See here, I will explain using okay, programs. Okay, you no need to worry. Okay, so we'll discuss one by one. Okay, so see here, what is the first point? A subclass extends a parent class. Okay, so here subclass or child class, okay, both are same, and parent class, base class. Okay, we can also call super class also. Okay, super class, parent class, base class. These three are same. Subclass, child class, both are same. Okay, now my question: subclass, parent class. Okay, so which is the specialized version, parent class or subclass?
Subclass.
Subclass.
Generally, a subclass.
Yeah, subclass is the specialized version of the parent class. Okay, here whatever the functionality, okay, we have in the parent class, all functionality will be inherited. Okay, inherited to the subclass. And subclass, okay, can also include extra functionality. Okay, okay, extra functionality. Okay, see here, subclass inherits instance variables and methods from the parent class. Okay, it will get all the functionality from the base class or parent class. And subclass can add more instance variables and methods if required. Okay, so if required, it can add any number of, okay, instance variables and methods. Okay, so for suppose whatever the implementation given by the, okay, super class, okay, whatever the implementation given by the super class, okay, you not like that. Okay, then you can override that method. Okay, we'll discuss about this overriding later. Okay, so we'll discuss about this overriding later. Okay, so next, subclass cannot see the private components of parent class. Okay, so here private is a access specifier. Okay, so here private variables of the class, okay, visible inside of the class. Okay, outside of the class you are not able to, okay, you are not able to see. Then how can you, okay, operate on that variables, instance variables? How can you operate? How can you access and how can you update state of the parent class? Already I said no previously.
Using methods.
Yeah, what are the methods? Accessors and mutators, no?
Modifiers.
Yeah,
Yes.
accessors and mutators. Okay, mutators are used to update the, okay, instance variables, and accessors are used to get the value, whatever the value in the instance variables. Okay, next, subclass cannot see private components of parent class. Already I said no. And a user use super to access constructor of the parent class. Okay, so if you want to call superclass constructor in your subclass constructor, you can use super keyword. Okay, you can use super keyword. Okay, so super keyword we can use it, you can use in two ways. Okay, we'll discuss in the programs. Okay, you no need to worry. Okay, so next, here manager is a specialized version of the employee class. Okay, so manager object inherit, okay, inherit other fields and the methods from the employee. Okay, so here whatever the functionality means, whatever the fields is nothing but instance variables. Okay, fields is nothing but instance variables and methods from the employee. Okay, so apart from these setter and getter methods, it has one more method, that is bonus. Okay, bonus is also inherited to the manager. Okay, and every manager has name, salary and methods to access and manipulate these. Okay, so here my question, so apart from manager, okay, apart from manager, okay, what is the extra functionality added to the manager class? What is the extra functionality added to the manager class?
The bonus.
Yeah, bonus.
Secretary.
See, no, not bonus, secretary. Yeah, so secretary, okay, is added extra here. For this we have used to setter and getter methods. Okay, in order to update this secretary instance variable. Okay, yeah. Now see here, here employee is a class, and these are the two instance variables. Means state of the object is represented in the form of instance variables. No, so these name and the salary, these two are the instance variables of a class, and here get name, set name, and get salary and set salary. These are the accessor and mutator methods in order to change the state of an object and get the state of an object. Okay, so apart from these accessor and mutator methods, so employee class has what? Bonus method. Okay, so in order to calculate the bonus of an employee. Okay, so here bonus method should require what? Percentage as a input. Okay, we should give percent as an input. Based on the percentage, it will calculate your salary, sorry, your bonus. Okay, so anyhow we will give salary also. Okay, yeah. Now manager. Okay, so here manager is a specialized version. No, it is a specialized version of the employee. Employee is specialized version or manager is specialized version? Which one?
Manager.
Yeah, manager is a specialized version. Now here secretary is a what? Here secretary is its own its own functionality is this one. Okay, so it is local to this manager, its own functionality. Okay, so here secretary is its own functionality, its own instance variable. Okay, yeah. So this is the so inheritance hierarchy. So just this is called a single inheritance. Okay, so here manager class is extended from employee class. Okay, so manager class and employee class. Okay, we are extended employee class, sorry, we are here manager class is extended from employee class. Okay, here manager class is what? Specialized version of the employee class. Okay, next. Yeah, we have super keyword, so I want to discuss about this. Yeah, see here manager has what manager and employee both are the employees, but here employee will get one type of bonus and a manager will get some extra bonus than the employee, normal employee. No, so now I don't want to use this functionality. Okay, I don't want to use this functionality. Okay, because here manager getting 50% extra bonus than the employee. Okay, then we should not use this one as it is. Okay, so I want to redefine this bonus in the manager class. Okay, it is possible. Okay, that is called method overriding. Okay, method overriding. So here whatever the method present in the parent class, we can also redefine same method in the subclass. Okay, same method in the subclass. Okay, that is called method overriding. Okay, so please note this point here. While overriding, okay, here signature should be same, then only it is called method overriding. Okay, so in method overriding, so name of the name of the method should be same and the parameters also should be same. Okay, then only it is called method overriding. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to redefine this bonus method in my manager class. See here in my manager class. Okay, yeah. So here I defined one constructor. Okay. See here, what is this? Bonus. Okay, what is this? Bonus, no? Okay, so bonus, okay, I'm calculating like this. Okay, percentage divided by 100 into my salary. Okay, now what I want to do, I don't want to, okay, I don't want to use this as it is. I want to override this what? Bonus method. Okay, so simply I'm copying this. Here what I'm doing is, yeah, what happened? Okay, salary, yeah, see here. So here employee, okay, so already I said manager will get what? 1.5, sorry, manager will get what? 50% of extra, okay, 50% extra bonus than the normal employee. Okay, so already, okay, already, okay, so bonus formula is there in the, okay, bonus formula is there in the, okay, here, no, in manager class, no, see here, manager class, no, so sorry, employee class, no. Now what I'm doing is, okay, now what I'm doing is, I'm going to reuse this functionality from the parent class. What I'm doing is 1.5 into, now I want to call this bonus function here. Okay, so it is going to calculate, okay, it is going to calculate, okay, bonus, okay, same as employee, okay, same as employee. Now what I'm doing is, I'm going to multiply with 1.5, okay, 1.5, because here manager should get what? Okay, 50% extra salary, no, so that's why I'm calling the bonus from parent class like this. Okay, you no need to write again the same code here. Okay, you no need to write the formula. Okay, you no need to write same formula here. You can use this bonus, okay, functionality, okay, bonus functionality from the parent class by using super keyword. Okay, super keyword. See here, here bonus is a overriding method, sorry, overridden method, sorry, overriding method it is a, and here this bonus is overriding method, and here in super class, in super class this bonus is there, no, this is called overridden method. This is overridden method. What I'm doing is, I'm using overridden method functionality here, and I'm going to multiply, okay, I'm going to multiply this result of the bonus function. It will return something, no, I'm going to calculate with 1.5. Why? Because here manager will get 50% extra, okay, bonus than the employee, okay, than the employee. In order to call the, in order to call, okay, parent class method, you can use the super keyword. Okay, super dot bonus like this. Okay, super dot bonus means super keyword is used to represent the super class object. Okay, super dot is nothing but super class object. See here, super dot bonus you are able to call. Okay, it is not giving any error. Okay, it is not giving any error. Okay, is it clear?
Sir, why do you need this super, this keyword is the child class just because of this bonus is private instant variable?
No, bonus is not private instance variable. No, here bonus is a method, not a instance variable. Bonus is a method. It will calculate the bonus and return some double value.
So for between two class, say parent child, for all the method in the parent class, when I try to access from the child class, do I always need this super feature?
Anand sir, can I answer?
Yeah.
Yeah. So see, Samit, no, you're talking, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes. See, the problem will occur when the name of the method in parent and child is same, right? So if the parent and child, the method name is same, we are calling it as overriding. That's clear, I think, right?
Right.
See, if they're having a different name, you can directly refer it. But if they're having the same name, in this case, bonus, right?
Hmm.
So now, if I just call bonus without the super, is it not become a recursive call?
Oh, acha,
Okay.
acha, acha,
So
acha.
you don't want to means this bonus. You want to means bonus belongs to my parent. So if you want to say bonus belongs to my parent, I say super dot bonus. So just remember, this is the keyword which referred to the current object, right?
Hmm.
And super is a keyword which referred to the parent object. So if you want to call anything from the parent, it's through the super. From the current object, it's a this. But if they're having the different name, you don't have to say it is belongs to parent or it is belongs to child. Because if they're having a different name, they could be recognized automatically. But if they're having same name, then the ambiguity comes. So then you have to explicitly say it belongs to my super.
Okay.
Am I clear? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. And one more thing, sir. Between two classes, okay.
Yeah.
So whatever mentioned in private, I can access from inside that particular class. It
Yeah.
is okay. But when I try to access from the other class, then if something is private, that is not visible to me.
Yeah.
But if these two class is related with parent-child relation, so one private, either that is a instant variable or that is a method. If I want to access from the child class to that parent class, then also this super feature I can use,
No,
right?
no, no.
Oh no,
Private no way can be accessed outside of the same class. Not even
private.
using superior.
Okay,
Private means it
okay,
should be accessed within the same class. Yeah. Private cannot be inherited in that way.
okay, okay, okay.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, answer please.
Yeah. Okay. So see here. Here I created an object for manager class. Manager M is equal to new manager of. Here I passed three things. First one is Sharath. Sharath is a name, and 400 is the okay, some salary, not 400, 40,000. 40,000 I given as a salary. Okay. Next, what is John here? What is John?
Secret.
Yeah, secretary, no? So whenever you created, okay, so this object automatically, okay, constructor will call, no? So now, okay, so while executing this program, okay, so while executing this statement, so manager M is equal to new manager of, okay, so here private instance variables, okay, can be set, okay, by using this constructor. Okay, so now subclass, okay, child class constructor is going to call, okay, from line number 52 to, okay, where is the child class constructor? This one. Okay, this is going to call. Okay, now name, okay, name is initialized by, see here, Sharath. Okay, name is initialized by Sharath and salary is initialized by 40,000 and a secretary is initialized by, okay, secretary is initialized by John. Okay, now what I'm doing is here I'm calling super class constructor by using super of. Okay, super of. Okay, so super of means this is super class constructor. Okay, super class constructor. So you can call super class constructor in subclass constructor by using super of like this. Okay, for suppose I remove these two things. Now you tell me. So this indicates what super of means. Is it constructor or not?
Yes, it is constructor
Okay,
without having parameter.
excellent. Okay, so without having any construct, sorry, without having any parameters, we can say it as default constructor, no, or no parameterized constructor without any parameters. Okay, so here super of name comma salary. Okay, now already name contains Sharath, salary contains 40. We are passing these two. Now super class constructor line number 32 to it is going to parent class constructor. It will come to here. Okay, it is going to, okay, here we passed name as Sharath and salary as 40,000. Now these two instance variables are going to set here. This name is equal to Sharath and salary is equal to 40,000. Okay, so now here, okay, so control come here from line number 32. Okay, where is line number 32? Here. Okay, now both the instance variables of superclass are, okay, initialized by using this super of. Okay, after that, okay, after that secretary, okay, secretary is also initialized. Okay, so here we have passed no, so secretary ja is also, okay, okay, is going to set. So now two variables, okay, name and salary of the superclass are initialized. Okay, initialized by using this super of, and this dot secretary is equal to secretary. Here instance variable of manager class is also initialized by using this, okay, this statement, line number 33 statement. Okay, 32 statement is initialized name and salary from name and salary to instance variables. Okay, and 33 is initialized what secretary, okay, of the manager class. Okay,
Sir, one question, sir.
yeah.
So go to the employee class in the top.
Okay.
So if instead of private string name or
Okay.
private double salary, if I make those instance variable as public, instead of
Okay.
private, if I make it public,
Okay.
both this instance variable, then when I assigning this manager is a child class of this employee, then do I need that super feature in the in the manager block in the class?
Where?
Samit, can you repeat your question?
Okay. Yeah.
Sir, what I am saying, in the employee class, these two instance variable, name and salary, I declared that as a private. But instead of private, if I declare those two instance variable as a public, then when I am assigning my manager is a subclass of this employee or child class of this employee, there do I need this super feature? If I make this name and salary instance variable as a public.
I got it. I think I got it. You are telling that if I make this name and salary in the employee class as a public, so they are accessible within the manager class, right?
Yes, that's
In
what
that case, I can have a constructor in the manager which can initialize them. So I may not be explicitly has to call the super constructor, right? That's
Yes.
super class constructor. Yeah,
Yes,
that
sir.
is quite possible. You can do it using the manager constructor itself. You don't have to call the employee constructor or using the super, right?
Yes.
But the thing is, in that case, you lose the property of encapsulation, which says that your instance variable should not be accessible directly. So you have to remember, although they are inherited, employee class and manager class are two separate class, right? So one cannot access the private member of other, right? But yeah, it's possible. Access is possible, but not direct access through certain interfaces. Here the interface is the super constructor, right?
No, no, whatever the private and public, that depends on my requirement. If I want to declare this only to be make private, I will make it private and use
It's
the super
not
feature.
like your requirement, it's demand of object orientation, because it's something like, I ask you, give me 10 rupees. Will you give me your purse, or you will take out 10 rupees and give it to me? It's something like that. We are not giving directly access to my data. Rather, I'm using an interface that fetching the data and give it to me. So which is considered as a more secure practice, right? Which is more perfect practice whenever you consider the object orientation, right?
Okay.
So right, if you have a television at your home, right? If I say you have to switch it on, do you go open your television and connect the diodes or whatever the circuit? You don't do that. You are having a remote. You just push a button and your television is start, right? You're
Right.
not going to access the internal features of the data which are there inside your device, right? So you're given a simple interface, right?
Mhm.
You click on that, you get your job done, right? And you have to understand that using interface having not only the security, it's having a user friendliness also, right? There are different cards which are available. If you look at the braking system in different card, maybe the mechanical device which implement the brakes, these are created in a different way. But as a driver, you know there is a step. If you press the step, the car will stop, right? You don't bother how it is actually implemented. So your step is just an interface which is hiding how actually the braking system is implemented inside your car. So that's the thing it do. So you don't want to expose the internal features of your class to the outsider. Let you have some functions, interface functions, right? Which will expose
Yes.
them. Yeah, that's the idea.
Okay. 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 Okay, sir. Got it. Okay.
Hello,
Thank you.
sir.
Anand, sir, please.
So
Yeah,
I have a
okay.
question.
Yeah, please.
So if we remove this super constructor from the child class, then we have to initialize name and salary instance variable in the child class, or this
Yeah,
constructor
yeah,
will
yeah, your
be.
question is correct. Your question is correct. But remember, whenever you called a child class constructor, by default, it calls the parent class default constructor. That's an implicit call.
So I
That's a,
have to write this dot name equals to
you don't
name,
have to call anything. If you don't
nothing, right?
mention super, if you do
Yeah.
not make the call explicitly, by default, it will call the default constructor of the parent. Now you may ask, where is the default constructor in the parent? If you don't write it explicitly, it is always there, right? Your
Okay.
system provided, right?
So just
The
this dot
constructor.
secretary equal to secretary.
Yeah.
This needs to be initialized, right? In manager
Initialize,
class.
and by default name will get a null and salary will get a 0.0 in this case, right? Because default constructor will the default initialization which happens on the parent class.
Okay. So the what some way it is like Sarat and something is given. So that won't happen, sir.
Which one?
Uh, if you go down a bit.
Yeah, here, no?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
these data, if you have to send this data, you have to send it explicitly.
Yeah. So I didn't mention I'm calling from manager, right?
Yeah.
So there I need to mention this dot name equals to name in the child class. I'm
How
telling.
can you use this dot
Because those are private, no, in the parent class.
private, no?
Uh, yeah, correct. Okay, sir, I got it now.
So
So
either you say explicitly, you
yeah,
send this data, call the thing, and if you're not calling explicitly, it will call implicitly the default constructor.
so in that case, name will be given this Sarath string.
Huh.
If I'm calling this manager
Yeah, explicitly you're
constructor.
calling, so that's whatever the data is given, that will go. But if you do
Okay,
not
okay,
call explicitly, it will be initialized with the default values. So if it is
okay,
a
sir.
reference type, null. If it's a non-value type, it's a 0.
Okay, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, please.
Sir, if the parent variables are like done as public, then will that variable be accessible from the child class only
Yeah, it
or
will be
from any
accessible
other class also?
anywhere. Public means it is accessible from anywhere. Even
Okay,
from
okay,
the main, you can initialize them, right?
okay, sir. Got it.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Shall I continue?
Yeah, please.
Okay. See here, if you call display method, okay. So then see here, I'm going to make it as comment. See, as of now. So here name is Sharath and salary is 40,000 and secretary is John. Okay. So actually Sharath and 40,000, the salary, these two are okay set directly or by using super of. These two are set directly from here at a line by using line number 52 or 32. I'm asking. So these name and salary are initialized, no? So which is the okay? Okay, where these at which line number they are initialized? At line number 52 or 32? This is the line number 32. and this is the line number 52. At which line they are initialized?
32.
Yeah, at line number 32. No, so whenever we call superclass constructor, then okay, so control will come to here, line number, line number 5, and they are going to initialized here. Okay, and here, so John is there. No, so it is initialized after calling the superclass constructor at line number 33 here. Okay, so after that I have called m dot display. Okay, so now here it is going to call its own method display, and those three names are going to get. See here, I am using what? Get name and get salary. So you should not, okay, you should not use directly here, because those two are private fields. So in order to get these private fields, I am using the accessor methods, get name and get salary. Okay, these are public, no, so I can directly access like this, get name and get salary. These two are declared as public, no, so we can get direct, we can call directly in the subclass, get name and get salary. Yeah, now, yeah, what I'm going to do here, so I'm calling m dot bonus of 10. Okay, now control will come to bonus. Which bonus? Here manager m is equal to new manager, no, so m dot bonus means here it is coming to, okay, child class. Okay, so it is child class reference, no. Yeah, now what happened here? Okay, at line number 41, come to here. Okay, control will come to here. Now return 1.5 into, okay, super dot bonus of percent. Okay, how much percentage I given here? 10%. So now 10 will be stored in this percentage variable. And now while calling super class bonus, I am passing this same percentage here. Now, okay, control will goes to super dot bonus, no, means here super is a super class object, no, it referring super class object, no, so super dot bonus means now control will, okay, goes to the super class, okay, bonus. Where is bonus? Yeah, here is the bonus, no, so it will calculate the bonus and it will return something. Okay, return something. Now it will come to here. Okay, some value come to here, and we are going to multiply it with 1.5, and it will return something, and that is going to display here. Okay, yeah, now see here, yeah, 6,000. Okay, bonus is the 6,000, means here we are passing what? 10, no, now it come to here. Okay, 1.5 into super dot bonus of 10. Okay, so now it is going to call, okay, super class bonus. Okay, where is bonus? Here is the bonus. Okay, so here percentage, okay, 10 by, okay, 100 into what is the salary? 40,000. Okay, it will return something. Okay, it will return something. Okay, that is multiplied by 1.5, and it will return double value. So that's why I return within the system.out.println. So whatever the value written by the child class bonus, that is going to display here, 6,000. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Now see here, this keyword I want to explain. Yeah. See here. Here this class, this keyword is used to represent what? A current class object. Okay, this keyword is used to represent current class object. Okay, so here this keyword, okay, so is also used to call, okay, one constructor, okay, one constructor of, we whenever we want to call, okay, one constructor into another constructor of same class, then we use this of keyword. Okay, this of keyword. See here employee is a constructor with two fields, okay, name and salary, and here employee is a constructor with only one field, okay, that is name. Okay, so now I want to call, okay, now I want to call this constructor, this first constructor is there, no, I want to call here. Okay, how to call? By using this of. Okay, so whenever we want to call one constructor into another constructor of same class. Okay, same class. Okay, then we should use this of keyword. Okay, so if whatever the constructor you are calling, okay, so based on the parameter you should pass the arguments here. Okay, so name comma 500. See here, see here employee is there, no? So here okay, so no manager class. Okay, intentionally I removed this manager class here. So employee is a class here. No need of bonus here. Just I want to explain about yeah, display is required in order to display the name and salary. Yeah, see here. Yeah, employee E1 is equal to employee of Sharon. Okay, so now we have two constructors. Okay, so which constructor is called? Yeah, line number 5 or line number 9? Line number 5 or line number
9.
Okay, line number 9. No, yeah, here what I'm doing is I'm calling, okay, I'm calling this constructor into this constructor. Okay, okay, so how I'm calling? By using this of. Okay, now while calling this constructor it required two arguments. Okay, so values we need to pass here. Okay, so what I'm passing here, name comma 500, some default value I'm giving like this 500. Okay, now what this name contain here?
Sure.
Sharon. Okay, so same value passed to this passed here. Okay, now so here this of name comma 500. So now control will come to line number 10 to line number 5. Okay, line number 5. So here this name variable contains Charan, no? So now it is initialized by Charan, and here we are passing 500. No, this salary is going to okay initialized by okay what 500. Okay, so these here these parameters are initialized as of now. Okay, not this one. Okay, now this dot name is equal to name means now this instance variable is going to initialized by this local parameter. Okay, this dot name is equal to name means this name indicates local parameter, and this dot name is there, no, left side. This one indicates instance variable of the class, and this name is the local parameter. Okay, the salary is there, no, this is belongs to local parameter. Okay, now here your instance variables are initialized here at line number 6 and 7. Okay, now name is the Sharon, and salary is what 500. Just I given 500. I want to increase 50,000. Okay, so now name is Sharon and salary is 50,000. Okay, after that I'm going to call E1 dot display. Now name is Sharon and salary is what 50,000, like this. Is it clear?
Yes, sir. But why do we need this type of construction in line number 9 and 10? Just to avoid that super feature to access those from the another class. This is another way of accessing.
Can you repeat the question?
Yeah, this is also the name and salary as an instance variable under employee class. And in the bottom, there is another one class is there.
Where?
Here, where
yeah,
you are creating some object. Now, why do we need that type of constructor? This like that. Why do we need this?
Which one?
Yeah,
9
Anand, so
and 10?
I will answer that question, Anand. See what happens is, so this class employee is something you are just giving it as a, see, for instance, Java gives you so many ready-made classes, right? And you have no idea about how the methods are implemented, how the constructors are done and all that. What happens is, suppose you have a class employee somewhere and you just want somebody to create an object. So you're giving the provision for so many other programmers to create objects. But whoever are adding, like, you want to set the salary to be like 50,000 is starting. Okay. But you want them to be able to set the name. So what you do is you give a constructor which will in which they don't have to pass the salary. They only have to pass the name. they are not aware of the existence of, they need not even be aware of the existence of the other constructor.
Okay.
Got it, no? So you
Yeah.
are kind of enforcing some kind of, default initialization by the employee class, and you're giving provision for a certain, restricting a certain programmer to be able to initialize only the name, whereas the salary is by default initialized.
Got it. But
Whenever a new employee joins in a particular grade or something, no, their starting salary is something like this. So I mean, you understand, right? So there may be a certain situation where you just have to, if somebody starting at the same grade, say grade 1 or something, the starting salary is same for everyone. So we'll by default initialize. The name of the employee changes depending on whoever is joining, right? So that flexibility we give it to the programmer, whereas the starting salary is something that is set in this class, which is just given as a, something like all the Java classes that we get, right? By default, there are so many classes that we make use of. So something like that.
okay. But just one more question. That is, just now in the previous problem, we learned ki, if there is two class, in one class there is some private instance variable declared as private. I am not able to access that from the outside of that class. But here I am accessing these two, this one, the name private instance, but in a different way. But still I am able to access from the other.
No, you are not directly accessing it. You are only accessing it using the methods given by that class. So as we have always been saying, the data is private, the interface is public. So the interface, which is the constructor, that is public. And whatever that constructor, provision constructor gives you, that only you can make use of.
Okay. That means in the previous problem that I am using the interface as a super to access those. Now here
Correct.
I am the public.
Using the, correct. The constructor itself has the interface. See, what you are trying to do is you are actually restricting the programmer from accessing the salary data at all. You are just telling them, okay, there is this constructor. Of course, there is the other constructor, which in fact we can make it as private. I am not sure. So, Anand, can we make that constructor as private? Do you know whether constructor can be made private?
Yeah, I think,
I'm not sure. So, yeah, not sure. Yeah, you can.
We
just try
can.
it. So if that is the case, we are actually hiding it, no? You understand, right?
But
you can actually, yeah.
Yeah, but we are calling here only, no? So if we try to create object like this, then we are not able to do this.
Why?
Like this.
No,
Because
that we are not going to do. What I'm
Yeah.
saying is, see, now the programmer cannot access the other constructor at all, right? I mean, even if they want to initialize the salary, they cannot do it. That's what I'm saying. So we're kind of making the data private by giving the programmer only the access to update the salary name. Whereas inside the class, we have initialized the salary.
No, here, ma'am, I think you can access because they are public and private. That's line number 5 and line number 9. Means line number 5 get connected with line number 10 under the same class. So maybe I am able to access.
No. See, what I'm saying is in line number 5, you may make it private. What happens? You can access it only that particular constructor, which takes in 2 parameters. You can access it only from within the class employee.
Yeah, that is why
not available, which is not available for the programmer.
Not available for the programmer, but programmer will pass only the name, which is the public one, comes to the line number 9.
That's because we have given an accessor or a mutator kind of. I mean, in this constructor, you cannot call it as accessor mutator, but yes, we are giving a constructor which has this one parameter, right? And we have given it as public. Otherwise, the programmer would not be able to access that also. So even there, even in the earlier program that we saw, we have an accessor method and a mutator method, right? Get name and set name. So we are using public methods. Here it is public constructor, they are public methods. That's it. You're using almost the same methodology only. Only thing here it is a constructor, there it is the accessor mutator method. That's it.
Got it. Clear.
Okay, no? Yeah.
Ma'am, I have a question related to this.
Yeah.
Ma'am, you said the line number 9 function, the constructor, which is setting a default value 5,000 in salary.
50,000, yeah.
Why? Yes, ma'am. So why can't we just use a default value in the employee constructor in line number 5 like we used to do in Python to set a default value as 5,000 if the
if the person is calling the constructor with two values, then it will put the name and salary together. And if we use only name, then it will use the default value.
Okay, so what you're saying is, now what if I give something like new employee ABC comma 20,000, right?
Yes, ma'am.
That then it will by default call the constructor in the line 5.
No, ma'am. If we use only one constructor, like line number 5, and we don't use line number 9, and in line number 5, where double salary, and we can make it as default value equals to 5,000.
Ma'am, if I
We
may.
can do this.
Okay. No, I didn't understand. Sorry. So salary equal to 5,000 is what you're saying. Like private double salary
Okay,
equal to
here
5,000.
at line number 7,
ma'am.
he want to make it as
No, ma'am.
50,000 like this, sir.
Line number 4,
No,
I
no,
think
no.
so, no?
No, ma'am.
No,
Ma'am, I think he meant was, like you said, we call it using ABC comma 50,000. Instead of that,
Okay.
if we call it using just ABC,
Yeah.
will 50,000 be set as default? How do we do that?
That is what is happening here now, right? See, when
No,
you're
no,
calling
no.
simply, no, I mean, Mir
I'm
Hassan
not
is not
saying that.
asking that. I think he was asking something different. Can you
Yes,
just
ma'am, yes.
repeat your question? Yeah, I mean, I missed something. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. If we forget about the constructor in line number 9,
Okay,
and
that
we
is
are
not
just
there. We have only line 5. What you're saying is, what if we initialize salary to 50,000 default? And
yes,
then
ma'am. Yes,
if
ma'am.
there is nothing that we are passing to that, it will by default take the parameters. Is that what you mean?
Yes, ma'am. Like we.
So how do you initialize the salary variable? Do you mean to say initializing in line number 4?
Ma'am, we do in Python, like if we pass the parameter, that in Python we use the parameter like default values in which we accept the variables, like string name is equals to something we used to do in Python, where if we pass the value, then it will take,
No,
otherwise
hold
it will
on.
take
So
default value.
salary equal to 50,000, where are you initializing it? Even in Python,
In line number
what
5,
is it?
line number 5.
Oh, inside the argument is what you're saying. Inside the argument
yes,
itself, you're saying double
Here-
salary equal to 50,000.
Yes,
It
ma'am.
is not possible.
So I
How
think
can-
Java doesn't permit that.
Yes,
No,
ma'am.
Anand, please don't laugh at that. He's actually
Okay.
talking about a feature which is
Yes, yes.
available in Python. That's it. Just because we
Yeah.
don't know Python, right? I mean,
Yeah.
so so Mir Hassan, see, I don't think that is given by Java. I don't know if any of the latest version permitted. For now, I think that is not possible. We'll have to just do it using a constructor only. So as I understand, what you're saying is in line number 5, you'll just say public employee string name comma double salary equal to 50,000, right? So suppose
Yes,
salary has a different value which is other than 50,000, then you take that value.
Yes.
Otherwise, it takes a default value. Is there something you're saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
Now,
ma'am. Yes, exactly.
as far as I know, I don't think Java permits that, but I don't know about any version later than 11. So maybe we'll try to figure out, but I don't think that's possible. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, Anand, we can carry on. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. See here, dynamic dispatch and polymorphism. Okay. So here already we redefined this bonus method now in a manager class. I already have shown. Okay. So here use parent class bonus via super. Okay, already I have discussed by using super dot bonus of we have called here. Already I have explained this. Okay. Yeah. Now I want to discuss about the subtyping. Okay. So here what I am doing is, okay. So here I am assigning this new manager is an object now. So new manager. So here I am assigning this subclass object to the parent class. Okay. So superclass reference variable can hold subclass object. Okay, here employee. Okay, here E is a reference variable of the parent class. Okay, parent class. Here I'm able to assign subclass subclass instance into the parent class instance variable. Okay, so this is called subtyping. Okay, subtyping. Wherever okay super type is required, we can substitute this subtype okay in the in place of the super type. Okay, so here employee is equal to new manager of. Okay, this is called subtyping. Okay, so I will explain using the program here. Yeah, see here, employee is equal to new manager of. Okay, new manager of. Here I am passing what? Sharath 400 and Jan. Okay, so here actually employee is a reference variable. Okay, of the reference variable of the what? Employee. Okay, so here manager is the object. Okay, here new manager is the object. Here I am assigning to the reference variable of the superclass employee. Now whenever you call e dot display, okay, e dot display, now this display method is going to call from the subclass display. Okay, subclass display, because here this reference variable is initialized by the subclass object. Okay, so now it is going to display name, salary and secretary. Okay, name, salary and secretary. Okay, now see here, now you are calling e dot bonus of 10. Okay, e dot bonus of 10. Now superclass has the bonus method. Okay, and subclass is also has bonus method. Okay, both are having the bonus method. See here, yeah, I forget to comment this. Yeah, okay, both are having the same bonus method. Now if you call e dot bonus, now you tell me which bonus is going to call, whether it is calling from subclass or superclass.
Subclass.
Why?
Because I initialize that reference variable under this subclass, this manager. So from manager, the call will take place.
Yeah. So here, okay, bonus method. Okay, bonus method is called from the subclass or superclass is decided at compile time or runtime.
Sorry, sir. Repeat, sir, your question.
Here you are calling e dot bonus, no? So now, okay, so which bonus is called? Okay, which is decided at compile time or runtime?
This will during runtime.
Yeah, during runtime, no? Because object creation happened at which time? Runtime. Okay, so now here reference variable e is initialized at which time? At which time? At the time of execution, runtime. Okay, yeah. So now this new manager of this object gets created and initialized to the employee, okay, a reference variable at a runtime. Okay, so based on runtime initialization of the object, okay, runtime initialization of the object, okay, it is going to decide, okay, which method is going to call from this bonus method. Is going to call from subclass or superclass is okay decided at runtime. Oh no, this is called what? Dynamic method dispatch. Okay, dynamic method dispatch. Okay, here e dot bonus means statically it is what? From superclass. Okay, statically at compile time, okay, it is treating as e dot bonus. No, okay, e dot bonus means statically it is from subclass, sorry, superclass.
Superclass.
But yeah, superclass. But dynamically
subclass.
Dynamically subclass, because reference variable e, okay, superclass reference variable e is going to initialize at which time?
Compile time.
Compile time or runtime?
Superclass is during compile time.
No, see here, employee is equal to new manager of Sharath 400 and John. No, okay. So here what I'm asking is this reference variable E initialized at which time? Runtime or compile time?
Reference variable is during runtime only.
Yeah, during runtime. Okay.
Hmm.
So at compile time, it is statically E dot bonus is nothing but it is superclass bonus as of now. So at runtime, it is what? Superclass bonus or subclass bonus?
Which one? E dot bonus?
Yeah, E dot bonus.
E dot bonus initially is from superclass, that is statical, but here when it is called runtime, this is become subclass dynamic.
Become sub. It is going to call from subclass. Okay. So this is what dynamic method dispatch. Okay. So when superclass and subclass, both are having same method. Okay. So whenever you call it by using superclass reference variable, superclass reference variable, this is going to decided at runtime, based on the object which is holding it in superclass reference variable. Okay, so here E is a superclass reference variable. Okay, so it is going to initialized by the subclass object at runtime. Okay, at runtime. So statically, at compile time, E dot bonus is nothing but it is from superclass. But at runtime, E dot bonus is nothing but it is going to call at which type? It is going to call from subclass. Okay. So this is what dynamic method dispatch. Okay, is it clear?
Yes. So always dynamic method is always calling from runtime only.
Yeah, runtime only, no. So whenever you create the object, then only you are able to call this method, no. So without creation of the object, you cannot call this method, and you cannot execute, no.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah. Okay, is it clear?
Sir, I have a question. If we don't initialize this reference variable E with the if we don't do the subtyping, means the subclass, then at the time E dot bonus will be called from the superclass, right?
Yeah, but you want to initialize it with employee or
employee? Yeah,
employee. Then it will call definitely from the superclass only.
Okay.
Yeah. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now see here. Yeah. You created what here? Object. Okay. So object of employee using manager object. Okay. So here, if you try to call this E dot secretary, E dot secretary, so it will give an error because here employee employee does not contain what? Secretary, no. Okay, secretary is not there in the superclass. Okay, so now if you try to access this set secretary method, it will give an error. Why? Because here employee class does not have this secretary variable and its corresponding accessors and mutators. Okay, see here. Yeah, so here I'm going to make these two. See here. Here I have taken default. Here I not use any constructors here. So here we have two instance variables, accessors and mutators. Okay, so and manager class, it is extended from employee class. Yeah, now what I am doing is I am initializing this reference variable E with the manager class like this. Okay, new manager of. Okay, now E dot secretary. Okay, E dot secretary. So it is giving error. Why it is giving error? Because statically, so E dot set secretary. Okay, E dot set secretary. Actually, set secretary is belongs to Okay, set secretary is belongs to, okay, which class? Manager class. Okay, manager class. Okay, so actually this initialization happened at runtime. Okay, this initialization happened at runtime. So if you try to call e.secretary, okay, e.secretary at like this, so it will give an error because, okay, you still not initialized this e. Okay, you still not initialized this e, no, so that's why it is giving error. Now what I am doing is, okay, now what I am doing is I am casting, okay, I'm casting this I'm casting this parent class into subclass like this. Okay, manager of e manager of means here what happened, this e reference variable, okay, is the parent class reference variable. No, now it is converted into the subclass like this. How we are typecasting data types? Same like this, same like, okay, normal data type typecasting. Okay, so here I'm converting superclass object into subclass object like this. Okay, so which class to which class I'm converting? Parent class to subclass I'm converting. Okay, so after that you can call set secretary of null like this. Okay, if you call directly e.set secretary, then definitely it will give an error because superclass does not contain e.set secretary. Okay, that's why I'm converting this e, okay, okay, subclass superclass, okay, reference variable into, okay, superclass reference variable into subclass like this, and I'm calling,
sir,
yeah.
Sir, in runtime, E is a subclass object. So why do we need to typecast it? Like E is new manager, so it should be a subclass object in runtime.
Yeah, but it is, okay. This initialization happen at which time? Runtime only, no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, but compile time, a compiler don't know, no?
Okay, so Anand, I will just explain. Just give me a second. Okay, see, I think the first live session, we talked about the activation records, the stack and heap and everything. I don't know if you remember. And we said that the static, whatever declaration, right, that happens in the stack, and whatever happens dynamically, that happens in the heap, right? Now, what happens during compile time? Compile time, you have this typecast, I mean, the main method, which is actually pushed into the activation record. Now, you have an employee object, which is the reference of an employee object created inside the stack. That is actually compile time activity. Okay, at that point what happens is, in the sense that, okay, what happens is whatever comes inside the activation record, whatever is in the object, that is happening in the compile time. And this e object has only so many variables and so many methods is understood during compile time. So it will just check whether all these methods are there, these methods being referenced are there in this class. Okay. Now, in the earlier example, the bonus method was there in the superclass also. So during compile time, when it checked, it saw that, okay, this method is there in the parent class as well as a child class. I mean, it doesn't get runtime when this object is being associated, which is happening in the heap, right? At that point is when it goes and checks for the method the secretary method of the manager class. So compile time, what happens is it just checks whether, okay, are all these methods inside that particular class. Now, when it checks here, the set secretary method is not there in the employee class and it generates an error. In the earlier example, it was checking and it saw that there is a method. But during runtime, during runtime, it sees that, okay, the activation record has this employee reference object variable, but it is pointing to a manager object. Now it will go and fetch or rather invoke the set secretary method the bonus method inside the manager. Are you able to see the difference? It checks for the method name during compile time, but which method to invoke is decided during the runtime.
Yes, yes.
You got the point, no? Got the difference? Why it is one
yes,
is compile
ma'am,
time and the other
got
is
the
runtime?
point.
Ma'am, can you explain once again?
But Ma'am, I have
Okay, one
one more
second, Aruna,
question.
I'll just come to that. But before, let me just ask, clarify Rakesh's next question. Yeah, Rakesh. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am, I got this concept, but one more question is like sometimes we have to declare it, and sometimes we do not have to declare it, like the typecasting. Like when to typecast and
No, it's
when
a different
it
object
is okay if
altogether,
I.
right? See, employee does not have a set secretary method, correct?
Yes,
Employee
employee
does
does not
not
have.
have a set secretary method. Only manager has it. But E is an object of employee, correct? So
Yes.
manager being a subtype of employee, you can typecast the E employee object to an object of manager and then invoke the set secretary method. This is not required if the set secretary method was there inside the employee class. Because the set secretary method is not there and I want to invoke the manager, the set secretary method inside the manager class, right? That's when I typecast it to a manager object, the employee object.
Okay, so
it to a manager object. Yeah.
so ma'am, for those methods which are in the subclass but not in the superclass, for those I have to typecast. But for the other
Only if see, if you are given it as manager m equal to new manager, then this typecasting is not required. That is evident, right? You just have to invoke m dot set secretary. Manager m equal to new manager. Then you just have to say m dot set secretary. That is clear, no? This is an employee object.
Can you repeat this part?
Okay, so I don't have the pen or something. So
okay, manager m equal
to
manager m
manager
equal new
m
manager.
equal to new manager. Then you will just invoke m dot set secretary, right? Because
Okay, yes,
manager
yes.
m is also m is an object variable of manager, and it is also pointing to a manager object. So there is no confusion there at all. Here the typecasting is required because the object reference variable is that of employee, and during runtime it is pointing to a manager object. That's why we wanted the typecasting. Otherwise,
Yes,
the compiler
got
itself does not know where the set secretary is, right? See, the employee class could have been inherited by so many other classes, like thousands of classes, correct? But if, we are just seeing two classes, but the compiler is not seeing that. Compiler has no idea. The employee class does not know how many classes are inheriting it, right? The class which is inheriting, see, manager knows that there is this employee because it is extending the employee. Whereas employee class does not know that there are so many other classes which is going to inherit it, right? So this E.set secretary could be in some manager class and some supervisor class, some other class. It doesn't know that, right? So you typecast it to that child of employee which has this set secretary method.
Yes, I got it, ma'am. Thank you.
Got it? Yeah. Yeah. So sorry. So who was? I think who was asking?
Yes,
yeah. I don't know. Yeah. What were you asking? Yeah.
Ma'am, that part, that stack and heap part, how it is.
See, okay. So you can just forget about the stack and heap if it's not, you are not able to understand. What I'm trying to say is, during compile time, what happens is you have employee E equal to new manager, right? When you say E.set secretary, the compiler looks for the set secretary method inside the class employee.
Yes.
Here it is not there. Such a method is not there, right?
Yes.
So compiler says that, okay, I don't know where the set secretary method is. As I just mentioned, the employee class could have been inherited by so many other classes, which the compiler has no idea about.
Okay.
Got it? No? So it is actually trying to invoke a class which is not there in the class.
So ma'am, the question is,
yeah,
it is this E object is initialized with the manager. So now
no,
it should
E is a type. The type of object variable is E. So inside that, so if you see the E object, E object meaning it will, the skeleton of that object, and that will have these methods, this method definition, these variables and everything. But that pointer, that object reference variable, the type is that of employee, which will have these definitions, but it is finally pointing to a manager object inside the heap. That's what I'm talking about. So when I'm, again, this heap and stack is coming because the heap is where this dynamic memory allocation happens, and during runtime, whatever allocation happens, that happens in the heap. Even though employee E is an object of, E is an object of employee class, during runtime, it is pointing to an object of manager class.
Yes.
So compile time, it is looking for all the methods inside employee, and it sees that the compiler doesn't know. But during runtime, this is pointing to the manager. So the
Yes.
runtime, the JVM is able to identify, okay, this point manager method, and that is a set secretary method, right? I mean, even when employee has, see, suppose employee had a set secretary method and manager also had set secretary. So at that time, the JVM or the runtime environment knows which method to invoke because this E is now pointing to the manager object.
Okay.
Got it? But during compile time, during compilation time, this pointer doesn't know, it only looks for the definition within the employee class.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, and if that method is not there, you have to typecast it to that particular child class or whatever is where this method is available. It may be a manager, it may be a supervisor, whatever method you want to invoke, you have to typecast the E variable to of that particular type, the subtype.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, see, I think with more examples coming, more of graded assignment questions and activity question, everything, you will get a better idea about. This will look a little tricky in the beginning, but later you will get used to it. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, do more examples, try to work out more examples, you will get an idea. Try to read about it also. How is the stack and heap allocation happening, right? What is happening during compile time, what is happening during runtime and all that, right? Just read up a little bit more and then probably you will get a better idea. Okay.
In line number 34, instead of manager of E, can I write E dot manager dot set secretary? Is it a valid syntax?
No. E dot manager. So what is it manager's meaning? When you say
No.
E dot manager, what does that mean?
Oh, E dot manager means then manager is the class and E is the object.
No, E dot something means dot means some member, either member function or member variable is going to come after that, right? When you put a dot. And inside E, manager is neither a member variable nor a member function, right?
Okay.
So the dot manager does not mean anything in the sense it does not have any logical meaning attached to it, right?
Okay, and this manager of E, so manager has to be written fast, or can I write E in the left hand side of the manager?
No, typecasting, this is the syntax.
Oh, this is the syntax. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I think you can have a space between the closing brackets and E. I mean, that doesn't matter, I guess. Right, Anand? Can you just put a space there and see?
Yeah.
This is okay, right?
Yes, ma'am.
It doesn't matter. This doesn't matter, but you have to, I mean, this has to precede the manager word within brackets has to precede the variable name.
It will give error.
Yeah, this is not typecasting. The other one is typecasting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is it clear for everyone? Typecast, converting from super type to subtype, superclass to subclass.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. And see Java class hierarchy. So Java does not allow the multiple inheritance. So what is meant by multiple inheritance? Anybody? What is multiple inheritance?
Two parent
Inheriting
class
from two different classes.
What?
Two parent class for a single child class.
Yeah. Okay. There exists one child class and two parent classes. Okay. Is it possible in Java?
No.
No. Why? Why? Can you tell me the reason why?
Because then if two parent class have same function name, then it will be problem for a child class to which function he has to call.
Okay. So for suppose here, okay. So class A is there, okay, and class B, okay, and class C, okay. So here A, B, these two are the two different classes, okay, and C is the class, okay, which is inherited from both A and B, okay, from both A and B, okay. So this is called, okay, multiple inheritance, okay. So actually this is not possible in Java, okay. So now here C is extended from both A and B, okay. So if it is Okay, there in Java, for suppose here show is a method of a class A and show is a method of class B. Okay, so here A and B are two different classes. Okay, so there is no relationship between A and B. Okay, so now A and B, these two are okay. Okay, these two class properties are inherited to the C. Okay, now here C has its own method print. For example, print. Okay, now I created an object. Okay, now I created an object for C. Okay, C OC is equal to new C of like that. Okay, so for suppose see here C OC is equal to new C of like this and OC dot print. Now you tell me. Okay, now print method call from which class?
C.
Class. C only, no? Okay, yeah. Now OC dot show. Now you tell me. Now you tell me. First, see here. You tell me. OC dot show means okay. C class doesn't have any okay method with the name show. Now it's its parent class. Now from which class okay show method needs to call. Now you tell me. So we can't say no. Okay, we can't say. So because of this, okay, so multiple inheritance is not possible in Java. Okay, so you cannot extend. Okay, you cannot extend. Okay, a class from okay more than one class. Okay, either you can extend C from A or B. Okay, but you cannot okay extend C from both the classes. Okay, so this is multiple inheritance. Okay, so multiple inheritance is not possible in Java. Okay, so next I want to tell one more types of inheritance. Okay, first one is simple. Already I discussed about multiple. No, now simple or single inheritance we call. Okay, so next one, so simple or single. So simple or single inheritance is nothing but here A, okay, B, okay. Here B, sorry, B is extended from A, okay. B is extended from A means here B is subclass and A is the superclass, okay. So here class A and class B extends A, okay. So class B is specialized version of A, okay. So here simple or single inheritance means so acquiring the properties of one class to another single class, okay, acquiring the properties of one class to another single class, that is called simple or single inheritance. Okay, we can also say in other words like there exists only one parent class and one child class, then that inheritance hierarchy is called simple inheritance. Okay, there exists only one parent class and one child class, then such type of inheritance is simple or single inheritance. Is it clear?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Okay, next one, multi-level inheritance. Okay, so here 1 2 3, okay. Yeah, multi-level inheritance. A, okay, next B, okay, C. Yeah, this is called multi-level. Okay, multi-level inheritance. Yeah, here A is a superclass for B. Okay, A is a superclass for B. Okay, means here B is derived from okay, B is derived from A and C is derived from B. Okay, B is derived from A Okay, C is derived from B. Okay, so here A to B is one level and B to C is another level. You can also add one more level like this. Okay, okay, now D is there. Okay, now D is okay derived from, okay, D is derived from C. Yeah, so if okay, in your program, okay, if you have classes like this, okay, if you have classes like this, okay, you define a class A and you define a class B, okay, which is extended from A. Next you define one more class with the name C, okay, and it is extended from B, and you define one more class D and it is extended from or derived from C. Okay, if you have, okay, if you have classes like this, okay, in your program, okay, then it is called multi-level inheritance. Okay, multi-level inheritance. So whenever multiple classes are participated in inheritance in sequential order like this, then it is called multi-level inheritance. Okay, is it clear?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And tree structure, or we can also call the hierarchical inheritance. Okay, actually tree structure inheritance is reverse to the multiple inheritance. So in multiple inheritance, what happened? Single class is derived from multiple classes. Okay, so more than one class. Okay, that is not possible in Java. But in Java, okay, single class, okay, can have multiple child classes. Single class can have multiple child classes. Okay, like this means multiple classes are derived from a single class. Okay, that is called hierarchical or tree structure inheritance. Okay, like this. Okay, now here I'm going to take a class A. Okay, for suppose this is class A, B, sorry. Okay, so here B, C, and the D. Sorry, here A, no, yeah, A. Yeah, now this is called what? Tree structure or hierarchical inheritance. Means here B, C, D. These three are the three different classes. Okay, three different classes, but all are okay. All are derived from same class called A. Okay, so is there any problem using this hierarchy? Is there any problem? I'm deriving.
No, there should not be any problem.
Okay, there is no problem. Okay, so this is what here multiple classes are derived from a single class. That is called hierarchical inheritance, or we can also call, okay, single class properties are inherited to multiple classes. Okay, then it is called hierarchical inheritance. Reverse is possible. I want to derive a single class from multiple classes. Is it possible? I want to derive a single class from multiple classes. Is it possible?
No, it is not possible.
Yeah, multiple inheritance, not possible. But we can derive multiple classes from a single class. It is possible. Okay.
So can you give one example of this multiple class? All this means last one. Means practical example. Say
practical,
where I am using this.
Like from employee to manager and supervisor and like other things also.
Yeah, yeah. For example, employee is there and a manager, supervisor. Here, employee is a base class for manager, supervisor, because whatever the functionality employee has, same supervisor is also has same functionality. No. Yeah. See here, we can say here employee is there. Okay, and a manager is there, and here supervisor is there. Okay, yeah. Now here employee. Okay, so here manager, already we discussed. Here manager is a specialized version of the employee, and supervisor. Okay, so supervisor. Okay, so here supervisor is also okay, has the same functionality what is in the employee. So apart from employee, okay, he has some extra functionality. Okay, now this manager and supervisor, these two are derived from the same employee class. Okay.
Yes, yes, correct, correct. Okay.
Okay, these are the types what I know I have shared. Okay. Yeah. Next, which is the base class by default base class for every Java program? If you not extended your class from any other class, which is the base class?
Object class.
Okay, object is the base class. Okay, so in this example, okay, so in this example, employee is a class, no? Okay, employee is a class and a manager is a class. Now you tell me, okay, so which is the base class for manager? Which is the base class for manager? Employee.
Employee.
Okay, next. Now I am asking, which is the base class for employee?
Object.
Object. Okay, because there is no it is not extended from any other class. Okay, so if your class not extended from any other class, okay, so by default base class is the object class. Okay, so object is the by default okay base class for every Java program. Okay, so here object class is available in java.lang package. Okay, we'll discuss about packages concept in upcoming weeks. Okay, so here object is the by default base class for every Java program, and it has some functions like equals method and a toString method. Okay, so here equals method is used to compare the objects. Okay, we can compare two objects by using equals method. Okay, see here you can call equals method directly. See here I can call e dot equals. See, equals is there, no? Okay, how I am calling? Because it is available in the object class. Okay, so by default base class for every Java program, sorry, every class means it should not, okay, it should not extend from any other class. Okay, then object class is the base class. Okay, you can call this equals method for object comparisons. Okay, so e dot equals method. Okay, and a toString method will convert your instance variables into string. Okay, so you have instance variables, no? If you want to convert it into string, you can use this toString method. Okay, is it clear? Object class. So by default base class for every Java program is object class. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, okay. So next subtyping versus inheritance. Okay, already we discussed, no? So here wherever employee is required, super type is required. Okay, we can replace with the subtype. It's a subtype. Okay, this is called subtyping. Okay, so wherever employee is required, you can okay replace with the manager. But wherever manager is required, you can ask replaced with the employee. Okay, you cannot replace it with the employee. Okay, that is not possible. Okay, as per subtyping, so here okay employee is a super type and manager is a subtype. Okay, so here wherever super type is required, you can replace it with the subtype. Okay, it is legal, but vice versa is not possible. Okay, so here if B is a subtype of A, wherever we require an object of A, we can use object of B. Okay, so here B is a what? Manager, A is employee. Is it clear?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah. Inheritance. What is inheritance? So already you know. Okay. So here subtype means child class. Okay, can reuse the code of main type. Main type is nothing but superclass. Okay, subtype is nothing but child class. Okay, can reuse code of the code is nothing but functionality. Okay, so code is nothing but functionality. Here child class can reuse functionality of the superclass. Okay, so B inherits from A, means here B is okay subclass of the A. Here A is a parent class. Okay, so here B can okay B can use all the functionality. Okay, all the functionality of the A, and it can also add extra functionality if required. Okay, yeah, so here we can reuse the implementation of the okay super type. Sorry, we can super type in the subtype. Okay, is it clear? Subtyping versus inheritance.
Yeah.
Okay, so next here Java modifiers. Okay, so already you know about private and public, no? So whatever the field okay preceded with the key preceded by the keyword private, okay, we can access within the class. Okay, outside of the class we are not able to access, whether it is a variable or whether it is a method, okay, or constructor, anything. Okay, whatever the variable or method or constructor preceded by the keyword private, okay, you can access within the class only. Okay, outside of the class, okay, you cannot access. Okay, so public means you can access anywhere. Okay, you can access anywhere. Okay, you don't have any restrictions. Okay, whatever the key, whatever the variable or whatever the method, okay, whatever the constructor preceded by the keyword public, you can access anywhere. Okay, outside of the class, sorry, outside of the okay class, you can access. Okay, next. So what is static? Already we discussed, no, static in previous sessions.
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Now what is final?
Final also discuss.
No. Just I'm asking.
Oh,
do you have any idea?
Yeah, final means if I declared a variable as final, I cannot change the its value.
Yeah, we can.
Later part.
Yeah, we can change a variable to constant by using final keyword. Okay, so final keyword has one more feature. Okay, other than that, okay, we can restrict the inheritance by using final keyword. Okay, so for suppose here I have okay, I have this class employee, you know, now I'm making it as final. Now I'm not able to okay inherit this employee class into any other class. See here, remove final modifier of employee. Okay, so if you declare a class as okay final, okay, it won't give any error, it is legal only. But if you want to restrict your class, okay, so you don't want to okay derive this class into any other class, then you can use this final keyword. It will restrict, okay, it will restrict the inheritance. You can also say like it prevent the inheritance. Okay, so if you use before class like this, okay, you cannot okay override, sorry, you cannot extend this class into any other class if you use final before the class. Okay, so final keyword is used to restrict the inheritance, or it is used to prevent the inheritance. And if you use final keyword before okay before any method, you not able to override the function. For example, public void final double is there, no? Now if you want to override this final method, okay, then you will get an error. Okay, because final method, okay, you are not able to override the final methods. Okay, it is not possible. Okay, here it is there, no? Yeah, now it is declared as final. Now I want to declare here, sorry, I want to override this one. Okay, so 1.5 into, okay, super dot, okay, bonus, like this. Yeah, now you can see the error. See here, remove final modifier of employee dot bonus. Are you able to see this error? Okay, I will take screenshot. Yeah, Zoom is there now. Yeah, see what compiler is telling: remove final modifier of employee dot bonus, because, okay, because final, okay, final methods are, okay, we are not able to override the final methods. Okay, so here final keyword is used to restrict the inheritance. Okay, if you use, okay, final keyword before any method, you are not able to override the final methods. Okay, you are not able to override the final methods. Next, if you use final keyword before the class, you are not able to extend that class into any other class. Okay, it is used to prevent the inheritance. Is it clear? Final keyword?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. So last topic is method overloading. So what is method overloading? Anybody? Method overloading.
Sir, if I may, if we pass a different number of arguments to the method typically used in an inheritance kind of a scenario, then that method being called will be of the subclass or the parent class. That would that be called method overloading, or would it be dependent on number of parameters?
Can you repeat once? Actually,
let's say I have a parent class and I have a subclass, and the same exists in both the parent class and the child class.
Okay.
Would that be method overloading, or would it be that the same method, like let's say an area function, when I'm passing just one argument to it, then it assumes that it is asking for area of a circle. When I pass two arguments, it assumes it's asking for area of a square or a rectangle. Would, depending on number of arguments being called, the method changes. Would that be method overloading?
Here,
yeah, Anand sir, you can explain what is method overloading and method overriding. I think that
yeah. Actually, method overriding happen from parent to child class. Okay. So already I explained method overriding by using bonus method, no?
Yes.
Bonus method, no? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So there should be, okay, there should be same method exist in parent class and child class with the same name and a signature also. Signature is nothing but the number of parameters also same in method overriding. But in method overloading, see, public void show. Here, show is a method. Okay, so here what I'm doing is hi, okay, hi show. Okay, hi show. So this is one method. Okay, next I am, okay, defining same method. Okay, defining same method, but here parameter is different. Okay, here number of parameters are 0. Here how many number of parameters? How many number of parameters here?
One.
Here method signature is different, but method name is same, but signature is different. Here signature contains no parameters. Here signature contains one parameter. Okay, so no problem here. Okay, compiler, okay, should not get any confusion because here signature is different. Okay, hi show, okay, of int a. Okay, yeah. Now, yeah, I'm going to take one more. Yeah, see here, int a comma int b. See here, type is same. Here I'm using integer. Here also I'm using integer. Okay, data type is same, but number of variables are different. No, Okay, number of variables are different. So this is okay, one kind of overloading. Okay, yeah. Now what I'm doing is string A. Okay, string A. This is one kind of overloading. See here number of parameters are at line number 6 and 12. Both are having same number of parameters, but here it is not giving any error. Why?
Because it is a different parameter, different type of
here
parameter.
type of parameter is different. Here type of parameter is different. Here you can overload a method. Okay, method overloading. Okay, so possible in same class like this. Okay, same method. Okay, exist. Okay, multiple times in different forms is called method overloading. Okay, same method existing. Okay, same method existing. Okay, in the same class with different signatures. Okay, with the different signatures is called method overloading. See here, method overloading can be possible. Okay, so with different number of parameters. See here, type is same, but number of parameters are different. See here, int a, int a. Okay, so here both are same type. Here these two are integer, here also integer, but the number of parameters are different. Here it is having only one parameter, it is having two parameters and a different type of parameters. See here the type is int, count is same, parameter count is same, but type is what? Different. And next one more is different order of parameters. Public void show. Okay, public void show int a comma, okay, int a comma string b. Okay, int a comma string b. Okay, so b string a. So here what I'm doing is, yeah, hi show now public void show of, see here, string a comma into b. Copy. Okay, so here string a comma into b. Yeah, now you tell me. So here number of parameters are same and the types also same. So here integer, string, but here what happened? Here order of parameters is different. Okay, here count is same. Okay, types also same, but order of type is different. So in these three ways we can overload the methods. Okay, overload the methods. So method overloading is nothing but same method exists multiple times in different forms is called method overloading. Is it clear?
Yeah, but sir, is it also called the polymorphism?
Yeah, it is called polymorphism only. Ability to take more than one form is called polymorphism. Okay, so polymorphism, okay, achieved by using methods concept by using. So polymorphism is two types. Okay, so here runtime polymorphism, so that is method overriding. Okay, method overriding. So this is method overloading. Okay, method by polymorphism can be achieved in two ways, by using method overloading concept and by using method overriding concept. Okay, so
Okay.
but method overriding is different case. Okay, method overriding is different case. Okay, so in method overriding, okay, so here total method name and the signature both should be same in parent class as well child class. Okay, whereas coming to method overloading, only name of the method should be same and parameters should be different. Okay, If you try to define same method with the same parameters, is it possible in the
No,
same
sir.
class? Not possible. In subclass,
Possible.
Yes, sir.
possible, but that is not called overloading. No, that is called what?
Overriding.
Overriding.
So here in overloading, int A, int B, void show is one method. If I write public void show int B, int A, that is treated as a overloading.
Oh.
No. So that's the same method.
No, I'm just changing the parameter value.
Yeah. Int A, int B, and int B, int A are same. So you are only looking at the data type. You're not looking at the name of the variable. Okay, you're looking at the data type, the sequence in which the data types are occurring. That's it.
Data type. Okay.
Data type of the variables. Yeah, that is all. So int will be same as int, irrespective of whether ABC, BAC, ACB, whatever. It will be treated as the same method. I mean, from main program, if you're calling, say, with 3 parameters, 3, 4, 7, 7, 4, 3, everything, no, then it will all be the same method. You cannot have 3 different methods with 3 different something like int A, int B, int C, and there is another show with int B, int A, int C. That is not possible. All these 2 methods are treated as the same. Whereas when there is a difference in the data type of the argument, that is when the method overloading happens. Got it? No? So that ordering, like this example, int comma string and string comma int are different. Whereas int comma int and string comma string are same, irrespective of the variable name.
Got it.
Okay. And one more thing. So what about the return type? Does it matter in overloading? Can you have something like public void show and public int show? Will this be overloading? Did somebody think about it?
No, the method is changed, right?
Yeah, but is it possible to have declare it and these methods can we do it, and is this overloading? That's the question. So we have 2 methods, say public void show and public int show, both without any argument. Is that possible? And if it is possible, is that overloading in the same class?
Ma'am, it is possible and it is not overloading, I think.
What is it? How is it possible?
Because the return type of the method has changed. So
no, actually to distinguish between methods, Java uses only the parameters. Okay, so if the parameters are different, then the methods are different. Then it is only just reusing the name of the method. That's it. Internally, they are all treated like 2 different methods. Then in that case, you can have different return types. See, for instance, here you have public void show. In the next one, you can have public int show of int A.
Okay. Then
but
also
Anand, can you just put public void, public int show?
I'm changing that. Yeah. We should return something, no? Yeah, return 0.
Yeah, this Java will not allow, right? Can you just
so rename method show.
It says duplicate method. See?
Yeah.
Even though the return types are different, it shows it's a duplicate method. So the methods are identified only by the types of the parameters and the order in which that parameters appear. The order of the types of the parameters. That's what distinguishes the methods. And if you have multiple method definitions with different ordering of different parameter types, that is when the overloading happens. The return type can be anything. See, once you have, say for instance, in line number 10, right, you can have int as return type. Line number 10. Return type as int. Public, no, Anand, return type as int. No, return type of the method. Public int show.
Here, ma'am. You want, okay.
This is permitted. And this is method overloading.
Okay, here.
Can you just see the comment? Yeah, that's asking for a return type. Yeah. See, now it does not have any error. This is still overloading. Got it? So how Java distinguishes is only by the arguments. Return type does not matter. Now, as long as you have different arguments, it's a different method, and you can have any return type, right? Because for 2 different methods, we can have any different parameter, any data type to be returned, It's just that so once the method is overloaded, then these 2 are totally different methods. Only thing we are using it is for more for something like, Okay, maybe you will see cases where this is useful. It's more for readability. It's more for, the same functionality it is achieving. Okay, again, finding the area of a circle, area of a square, area of a rectangle. But for each of these, you will pass different number of parameters, right? So you can have different methods, but they're all ultimately finding the area of some figure, right? So for that, you will have something like a public shape, public class shape, inside which you have an area method. And then you can, okay, so probably that overriding doesn't work, but inside that you can have different overloaded methods, each of which will take different parameter based on which figure, the area of which figure is that you want to find out. Got it now? So one thing that you have to remember is method overriding, right? In which the base class inherits, or rather base class modifies the function which is there in the parent class. That is runtime polymorphism. Because that decision, right, which method to invoke is taken during the runtime. As Anand had already shown you, employee equal to new manager, and then you call the bonus function. Both of them have the bonus methods, and this polymorphism is achieved during runtime. Whereas overloading is compile time polymorphism. Overloading, because even during compile time, the Java compiler distinguishes between these methods as are being different methods. So the same name representing different methods, different functionalities. During compile time itself, this is identified by the compiler, and that is compile time polymorphism. So method overloading is compile time polymorphism. Method overriding is runtime polymorphism. Anand, am I correct?
Yes,
please correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm confusing. Is this clear for everyone?
Yes. Ma'am, can you please repeat that last statement, runtime and compile time?
Okay, see what is happening during compile time. Okay, Java is actually looking at all these methods, and it is saying, okay, I'm coming across a new method, say public void show. Then I'm seeing another method, say public void show int of a. Then I'm seeing another method, say public void int a comma b, int a comma int b. So these are all identified by the compiler at runtime. So even though all these methods have the same name, all of them have different functionality, right? And this is identified even at compile time by the compiler. This is called compile time polymorphism. Whereas you may have a different method in the overriding. In the base class, you have a method. In the the subclass, you have the same method. But which method to invoke is a decision which is taken during runtime. So at that time, the same function name achieving different functionalities, but which functionality to invoke is decided during runtime. This is runtime polymorphism. Is it clear?
Got it, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. I have done that.
You're done, right? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I think if so, just go ahead and try out some programs, whatever are there in the assignments, of course, and even from outside you can try some programs. And if you have any questions, please ask us on Saturday. Oh, okay. This Saturday, I think we don't have live session. So I don't know when we are going to have it. We'll see when we are rescheduling it. So I hope you're all aware of the paradox event happening, right? Yeah. How many of you are attending? Anybody from this call? Okay, no one. Okay, fine, no issues. So because of this event, we are unable to have live sessions during the Saturday this time. We'll see when we can reschedule it. But in case you have any questions, please post on Discord. If you come up with some examples or something, just post on Discord. We'll try to address. Even your fellow learners are all answering questions. So we just noting, and if somebody is writing something wrong, we'll actually message. Otherwise, we are just waiting so that all of you can discuss and try to understand things. So just keep asking questions in the Discourse or even live sessions and whatever. Okay. Okay, then. Yeah, I think we can wind up.
Just one question.
Sorry.
Yeah, in here for this Java program in Python, we have some debugger which just show us in line by line execution, one by one, from which line to goes to the which line for the execution. Is there anything like that same feature available in Java?
On the portal?
No, in the outside.
No, here in Eclipse you have Anand, can you just click the run? Click on the no, not the run, not this run. On top you can see the run, no? The menu.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
No, the run. No, not that one.
After 1 minute.
Just right of project. Yeah. So here debug, no, that debug as debug. I think one of these options, toggle breakpoint. I think it's a debug option which works.
Debug, yes.
No, not that one. The other one, right? The second option, right? F11. Yeah.
Yeah. Shall I click on it?
Yeah. I think this is what works. I have not tried. Yeah. Configuration to launch. What is it? F6. Is it the name of your program, Anand?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I think this is what you have to make use of. I have not tried it basically, but I think you can make use of this one. I will try and let you know next session. Okay.
Okay.
Ma'am, I have 3 questions. Can those be addressed now?
Sorry?
I have 3 questions. Can you address?
Yeah, it's based on the content of this week.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, please ask. Yeah.
Ma'am, if we go to where we did manager typecasting of employee E as a new employee, can we go to that code on line number 34 earlier?
Yeah.
One
so
second.
which was it? This key? Okay, this one. Okay. Yeah. 34. 34. Yeah. No, not this one. I think the other code. No.
Yes, ma'am.
Set secretary code, is it? Is it the set secretary code?
Ma'am, where we had typecasted.
Okay.
That is set secretary.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah. So on line 34, we have typecasted E as manager. Okay. And there is a bracket outside of E also and before the typecast of manager. Is that bracket important from point of view of syntax?
You mean the bracket after E, is it?
Yes.
Yeah, it is mandatory.
Can you just click on
syntax.
can you just click on, no, Anand, can you just click on the, what is the error that is showing? You remove the,
Create constant manager.
No, just, so this is the error that is coming now. Okay, so so I guess we always do it using this bracket, so we haven't tried. Yeah, I guess you have to
add caster to E. Yeah, it is asking for that.
Okay, I guess you. So can you put the just E inside bracket? Anand, can you just try put just the E alone inside bracket?
Here, ma'am.
No. Put them. Yeah.
Okay.
You also inside bracket.
Yeah.
Doesn't work, no? Okay.
No,
okay, I think you will have to put the full thing. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's clearly that is also important. Yeah.
Okay.
This type of
my second question related to this is on the left, the manager E is at compile time, and on the right, it goes into runtime. Correct? Like if I say string S equal to new string hello world.
Okay. The object instantiation actually happens during runtime. Correct?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So what is your question?
That was it.
Okay.
So
the memory allocation for that object that actually happens during runtime.
Okay, ma'am.
Because see, you can just think about it. Okay. See, how does it happen? You are compiling. You are the programmer. You compile something. You create the bytecode. You send it to some client somewhere, right?
Right.
And then the code is actually running on the client machine. That's what the memory has to be allotted, right?
Right.
So you cannot allot it on your. I mean, the programmer side is not where you have to allot. Programmer side is where the compilation happens.
Got it, ma'am. Okay. One last question. I read this somewhere, but I'm not understanding online resources. What is the difference between parameters and arguments? Or do we use them interchangeably? I really am confused with this one.
Okay, so I think we have been using it interchangeably. I haven't really thought about it. Let me just check and let you know. Okay. If somebody in the
Actually, as per my understanding, ma'am. So here, these are the parameters, ma'am. And while calling this bonus, we are going to pass some value. No, that is called argument.
Like they are called actual.
Yes, actual argument, actual parameters and formal parameters.
Like while calling, we'll put some values. No, they are called actual
parameters.
These are like not like
formal parameters.
Oh,
So here,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, ma'am. I think it's not very important to understand that.
No, actually, so I think what Anand means is like, see here when you see in line number 17, it is actually a parameter of the method. But if you scroll down and where you're calling it, right, I think that's where the argument comes, is it? Is it correct?
Yes, ma'am. The value of the parameter.
Okay. So I think this is what so let me just confirm it also. Okay, I think we'll just confirm. I'm not sure, like we have been using it interchangeably, so probably we have to get it more right. I'll just check and let you know. Okay.
And whenever we make a syntax error in this program, it is highlighted as a red underline. And whenever I put the cursor, there is showing something, what type of error it is. Is it the compile error it is showing?
Yes.
And
so before even running, you can actually see, before even actually executing, it's the Eclipse editor, which is actually showing you the whatever are like configured at the editor side, no? That will actually help you show the compiler error.
Okay. And ma'am, sir, this thing is available in our portal. I didn't find that.
Sorry, I missed your question. What is it? Sorry.
Is the same feature is available in our portal?
No, I don't think so. You will have to do a test run and then it will list the issues at the bottom.
But there is it will be written as this is runtime or compile time error? I don't know. I haven't checked that.
No, I think those things, it will come with practice. Okay, I don't think it will be written where it is a compile time error. See, if you're worried about the OP, right, other times you can always refer. If you're worried about what happens during OP, last time we gave reference to, the students were able to refer to the docs.oracle.api reference, right? The Java program. You can actually see the syntax of each method and everything. So you will not have a problem doing that. So if you see the test run and see that, something is missing, something is not working, something like that, and then you can actually, so in the case of runtime, generally it shows as a runtime exception. Some exception name will be shown during runtime if it's a runtime error. Otherwise, it will show us like this syntax is missing, semicolon is missing, something like that. So, so if you're asking something specific about portal, I mean, with respect to syntax, you don't have to worry. It will not highlight anything, but if it shows as compiler error, you can actually go and refer. But if it's a runtime error, of course, you will have to figure out could be something wrong with the logic of the program. Okay, maybe I am not answering your question specifically, but yes, it does not have the feature where it will show the red underline where there is a compiler error. Portal does not support it for now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so one or two things. So can you do me a favor, like whoever we said that I will refer and check it. Can you please start a discourse post with all these queries so that we don't forget it? First thing. Secondly, if there are others who really know about these things, they'll be able to respond. These are like questions which we don't think about it and other times, right? I mean, only when somebody asks, we really think, okay, what is this difference between parameters and argument, right? So maybe if you can just put those questions as a discourse post, we'll answer it this, so it will be useful for others also.
Sure, ma'am.
Sure, thanks. Okay. Does anyone else have any other questions? So please try to do programming. See, whoever have been doing in Python, this transition to Java has generally been a little difficult in the beginning, but once you're used to Java, you will actually find that Python is quite unpredictable. It might be easy, but quite unpredictable and quite unorganized, or I don't know. But people who are used to doing in Java, it's like this very systematic and tight language, where you cannot shift this side or that side. Once you get used to the syntax and once you're used to the style of writing and everything, you kind of start liking the systematic way of doing things, right? So just get the syntax right, just get the practice done and write as many programs as possible. That will make things easy for you.
One practical problem that I am facing, if you can help me, since I do not know anything other than Python because I do not have any programming background. So first I learned the Python and now I am learning the Java. but at the same time, I need to do the Python programming because of requirement from the other subject. So two program and different syntax very close to each other. How I should go? Means
See, generally
I'm
people
making.
who know both Python and Java, right? They really don't have a lot of confusion, to be very honest. People who know C++ and Java generally tend to have a lot of confusion because these are like quite similar when it comes to inheritance and the syntax and lot of things. But Python and Java are like entirely two different things. So you will not have much problem just because you're being initiated to this Java program for the first time, right? That's probably why you're thinking that, okay, I could get confused at some point. But once you are like, into both in a more involved manner, I think the both will look like totally two different kind of machines, right? You will not have any confusion like, okay, was this supposed to be there in Python or was this supposed to be there in Java? In Java, everything, has to be enclosed inside this double braces, right? So ultimately that itself gives you this control over what you have to put inside. Whereas Python, everything is based on indentation and how you order your blocks and everything. So ultimately, you will not have this confusion about what has to come from Python, what has to come from Java. So when you're into say 4 or 5 weeks of programming, I guess you will also kind of get used to what comes from what.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's good to know different types of languages, right? I mean, if you just know Python, your exposure will be limited, I would say. See, Java still is like running a number of very popular websites, right? So probably because Python was not popular when those websites were developed, but eventually, even then, there are so many advantages that Java has over Python. So, I mean, people who are doubting, like, why should I even learn Java? This is a question, something, many people asked us in the beginning. So, ultimately, like, there are still a number of, you can just do a Google search, but if you ask me, like, big pages, a lot of people accessing like Facebook or Instagram or even Google, right? These are not like developed on a single language. Okay, different components are developed using different languages based on what works for that particular component. So interfacing between these languages are also quite interesting. So ultimately, what I would suggest you should have a flavor of, like, all these kind of different languages, and Python and Java are like really, really apart, and it's good to get a flavor of both ways of doing things. So yeah, I mean, I'm just addressing people who still wonder, like, why am I even learning Java kind of.
Yeah, so actually, many people are focused only in the data science part. They do not
Okay.
want to go to the programming side.
Even in data science part, okay. So machine learning algorithms, okay, when you're implementing, you use Python. But at some point, when you have to bring everything to web, I mean, at some point there is always this use of Java that comes in. So I mean, when you're even when you're going for coding in some companies where all these applications are required, it's definitely not just the Python that you work on. So that is probably something some working professionals who are students here, no, you can actually talk to them, people who have years of experience in these things, and you can actually check with them and try to understand, like, okay, is just Python enough for me, even if I'm going to work only in data science? So Java as such does not provide you tools like the Python does for data analysis and all that. But eventually, when you have to bring it to some web page and some kind of reporting tools, or the interfacing with the user eventually, right? To some point, you might have to use a bit of Java for sure. I'm not saying everywhere. Sorry.
For any automation testing system, okay, that is using Java. Like if you learn the Selenium, that background is Java. If you don't know the Java, you cannot make a automated testing system. Okay, automation testing system. That is only on the Java. Python you cannot do. What ma'am is correct. Python has a big libraries for the machine learning, where Java has this machine learning, not machine learning, machine oriented, or you can say OS oriented capability to read the click from the web or from the Windows. That's why the Java and Python are different, you can say, user sets.
Correct. Exactly. Thank you. Thanks. Your name is Mukesh, right? Yeah. Thanks, Mukesh. Thank you for that input. So it's been like, quite tricky. Like people who come in here for the sake of data science, they find this they start wondering, okay, what am I doing with Java? Because Java is difficult to learn, right? It's really tight, and you have to really understand how it is all done. Everything is inside a class, and everything is accessed as an object and everything. So it's kind of tricky when, especially because you've learned Python. If you had learned Java for the first time, possibly it would have been slightly different. But because you've learned something easier first and then coming to something difficult, you start asking, okay, why should I even do this? But yes, as you've just mentioned, there are so many places where you will be expected to know a bit of Java. But yeah, I mean, even in cases where there are machine learning algorithms involved, you will still need to use this. So I mean, there is no way what I'm trying to tell you is that don't learn Java just for the sake of getting this diploma in programming, or rather just for clearing the level of the diploma. Do it for also to learn a new language with such a popular base. Also, like before Python came, Java was indeed one of the most popular. Still, if you see, lots of websites still have some of the famous websites, right, which popular websites are developed using multiple languages, out of which one is Java. So Java still has a very big fan base. So I'm not sure how things are going to pan out in a few years' time, but now Java is still going as strong as it was. It's good to have a different perspective. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay, then. Yeah. Thanks, everyone. Okay. Thanks for that interactive session. So just keep staying interactive, because we are learning a lot more than what we would have learned otherwise. If you've just been listening, I mean, we are thinking, like, we are also trying to figure out, okay, why is this, that? And one thing that you should all not lose focus is, instead of, I mean, it's not just Java. It is not just learning Java. It is about learning this object-orientedness, right? Object-oriented concepts. What is a data-centric approach? What is this idea where data is actually kept as this some secret thing, and then you are using so many things to access the data, manipulate this data. You're just giving restricted functions, restricted constructors, restricted method, everything. So that perspective you should not lose. Ultimately, when people get bogged down, like people get so deep inside the Java syntax, you kind of lose the perspective of what you're trying to do. It's about learning the higher idea about what are these object-oriented concepts, and what exactly mean by why do you look at an employee as an object, manager as an object, like an account as an object, everything for you is an object, right? I mean, it doesn't make sense, but yes, the idea is like the VIP here is the data, and everything is data driven. So that's the whole idea. So let us not lose that perspective. But yes, Java is one of the best tools to learn this object-oriented concepts, and that's why we have Java. And this has been thought and devised by the faculty at IITM, CMI, and all this. So they have, let us all believe that they have they have gone through this. They have decided that Java should be the tool because it probably gives the best way to learn this language. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay then. Yeah. Thanks everyone. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye bye. Yeah. Bye.
Thank you.